In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 8 steps that you need to follow if you want to build an online business that give you wealth. Hey, hello, my name is Ian Castillo and welcome to my channel. This channel is all about real ways to make money online. So if this is something that you're interested, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because I'm updating my channel pretty consistently and I don't want you guys to miss a video. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be sharing with you the 8 steps that you need to follow if you really want to build an online business that give wealth. There is no secret, guys, that nowadays it's way easier than before to start an online business. The thing is that not everybody is willing to do whatever it takes to really have, the opportunity to have a successful online business. I know the word success have different meanings for everybody. It can mean like you're super wealthy, super rich. For others, might be like, hey, I was able to pay my debts and I have some extra income. For some, might be like, hey, I have time freedom, location freedom. It doesn't matter what you're looking for. These 8 steps are based on my experience. Just in case that you're wondering, I'm going to be telling you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my story, so well, right now you already know that my name is Ian Castillo. Back on 2007, I started my online journey. At that time, I was doing something super different what I was doing before, what I'm currently doing right now, which is I was blogging. That's what the thing back on the day, have the opportunity to have an online business was definitely not for everybody. Instagram was not around, TikTok was not around, Facebook was not what it is today. YouTube have a different owner, so things were different. Okay, so the entry barrier was higher. So at that time, when you really have to make the decision to start an online business, was because you have a true passion, a true desire, okay? Because there were a lot of things that you need to know, like SEO and other stuff. So anyways, to keep the story short, I had a successful online business with my blogging. I had a successful blog network. Unfortunately, I met the wrong person at the wrong time and I suffered a huge scam. My mindset was broken. Although a lot of people focus on the fact that I lost a lot of money and I have debts because of this scam, if you already have, some banking responsibilities, like the bank doesn't care who used the money as long as it is actually on your name, it's actually your fault, you're fully responsible. So I was obligated to sell my online business. I have 2 full-time jobs, not even one, but 2 full-time jobs. Anyways, as I told you before, my mindset was broken, so I was super scared to give it a try because I was like, okay, if I became successful again with my online business, that means, or for me, that was like, that's equal, I'm going to be suffering a scam again. So, but there is always something there like inspiring. I was like, hey, you know what? I want to go back to my online business. I want to do something different. Although I have 2 full-time jobs with really good positions, I was barely making it. I was like, no, this is definitely not what I'm looking for. So I was looking to earn an extra $300, between $300 and $500. I was like, yeah, if I can do this definitely it's gonna help me. To get the story short, guys, I was able to replace 2 full-time jobs. I was able to pay my debts. I was able to travel. I have the opportunity to live in different countries. Definitely living the life in my terms. And everything started with the fact that I visualize what I want. And this is definitely what you need to do. You need to visualize what you want. A lot of people don't know what they want. They're just focused on what they don't want, that they don't know what they really want. Chances are that if I ask right now, like, hey, what do you want? You're telling me what you don't want. So you need to be really specific of what you want. Hey, I want this, and this. And it's not all about money. It's about your health, your relationship with yourself, with your spouse, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, with your kids, with your family. What do you want? If you're gonna have the perfect life, your dream life, what exactly do you want? How do you want to live? Okay, visualize it, write it down, put it in front of you. And this is something that I still have until this very day. I have pasted on the wall my goals. It doesn't matter how ridiculous they are or how small they are, I have them written. Because if I don't have them written, I don't know where I want to go. I don't know how close I am to achieve them. And I also have a phrase which is more like, do you like the way you live? If the answer is no, what did you do today to change it? Okay, this is a phrase that gives me power when I have my 2 full-time jobs and I still have it pasted in front of me, because if there is something that I don't like and I'm doing something to change it, it's actually really, really powerful to put it that way. So another really important thing is that you need to make a commitment with yourself. You need to make a commitment with your success. Now that you know where do you want to go, you need to make a commitment with your success. You need to make a commitment with yourself that you're going to do it. Success is just literally a decision away. Okay, most people don't make that decision. They're like, no, I'm just going to give it a try. That's not enough. We need commitment. Okay, we need to avoid also the shiny object syndrome. We need to believe that it's actually possible. If there is another person out there who is having, what you want, there is no reason why you cannot achieve it. It's just the fact that, that you're going to believe and you're going to do whatever it takes in order to make it happen. If you need to learn something, you're going to learn something. If you need to implement it, you're going to implement it. If you need to wake up an hour earlier, you're going to wake up an hour earlier. If you need to go to bed an hour late, you're going to do it. If you need to sacrifice a holiday, you're going to do it, because it's just one day. It's just a moment. But your life is going to change drastically. Okay? After that, you need to pick a niche. I know, and this is something that a lot of people says, like the top 3 niches, especially if you're having an online business, are health, wealth, and relationships. Diana, what if I like, other stuff? That means that I'm not going to be able to monetize that niche. What if this niche is already saturated? Okay, there's no such a thing, okay? Because people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. And the way you're gonna market, the niche that you actually choose, it's your way. Okay, it's like right now I'm doing this YouTube video. Maybe you watch me on TikTok. Maybe you watch my content on Instagram. And for that, you end up being here. Okay, but the way I actually express myself is way different than others. So there is not such a thing that being saturated, because remember, this is really powerful. People buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. Now you need to pick a business model. And guys, this is something really important, because remember when I told you at the beginning of my story, the entry barrier was way difficult, because learning about SEO, learning about how to, build a blog, write the articles, market it, and all this stuff, it was different. Nowadays, it's so easy. And there's so many business models that people have this shiny object syndrome. They don't give them the opportunity, and this is, I think this is because of the commitment. They're jumping from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. Okay? By the way, guys, if you want to know what's my number 1 recommendation to make money online, what's my current business model, I'm going to be leaving a link below, and it's going to be in the description. If you want to know exactly what I'm doing, And if you want to learn, replicate that. Okay? But remember, guys, just go with one thing. Hey, if you want to go with XYZ, I don't even want to mention, because I don't want you to think like, okay, that's the only thing that works. Okay? Stick to it. Remember, you already have a commitment for yourself. Okay? Now, you need to build a sales funnel. Why? Because people are not with their wallet right away like, hey, I'm going to buy everything that shows up online. Sometimes they might be interested in what you have to offer, but they are not ready to make the purchase. Maybe they are at their own, wrong time and place, but that doesn't mean that they are not interested in it. But if you have your sales funnel, you can do follow-ups, because you can capture their name and email address. You can start doing email marketing. And email marketing is something that is going to be helping you, and it's going to be helping, having the freedom, because it's going to be working for you 24/7. Literally, you set it and you forget it. You can be adding other products and all the stuff, but it's not something like you're like, oh, someone subscribed, I need to run to my computer, I need to send the email right away. No. The other thing is that this is how people actually make money while they sleep, because they have an email sequence, okay, that is sending people information. Okay, so it is a must to have a funnel builder and an email marketing tool. If you want to know which are the tools that I use, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description as well. I can tell you right now, basically System.io, it's an all-in-one marketing solution. That's the one that I'm actually using. It has everything, and you can literally start it for free. So if you want to learn more about that and you want to open your free account, you can do it as well. Okay, now, really important, you need to know your one thing. And this is something that I learned from a friend of mine. Okay, being busy doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. Okay, sometimes it just means that you're just overwhelmed because you're trying to be all over the place. You need to understand what's your income producing activity. What's the one thing that you need to do on a daily basis in order to be, earning money online. Because at the end of the day, this is a business. In order to have a successful business, it needs to be profitable. In my case, I need to be creating content every single day. Okay, because I decided that that's the route I want to go. So literally, as I mentioned before, chances are that you already watch me on Instagram, maybe you watch me on TikTok, maybe here on YouTube, and maybe in the future you're going to be on other platforms. But that's not the way I started. I actually started with one income producing activity. I stick to it. I master it. Okay? So you need to know, you need to identify, and this is based on your online business, what that activity is. Nowadays, content-wise, it's so fast to do it. It's so fast to drive traffic. You don't even have to show your face. You don't have to be on camera. You don't even have to talk if you don't want. There's so many opportunities because you can create these 5 to 7 second short form videos, and you're gonna grab a lot of attention. As I mentioned before, a lot of things have changed. Man, you can drive massive amount of traffic, a lot of eyeballs, a lot of people who are actually interested in what you have to offer. So in my case, that's my one thing. Diana, does that mean that if you miss a day or two, that's bad? No, I actually have a commitment with myself. I have a commitment with my success. But I also understand that, there are days that I need to rest. Okay? So the last but not least is the fact that you need to take action. Okay, you need to be consistent taking action. It's like if you're trying to lose some weight, it's not that you're gonna go to the gym and have the diet today and you're gonna miss it for the next 2 months. That's actually not how it works. Remember, you now identify your income producing activities and you're taking action every single day. Or super consistent. Remember what I told you before. Like if you miss a day, it's not the end. But if you miss a month or a year, and I cannot tell you how many people have reached me And they're like, yeah, I reached you. I was like, man, you reached me last year and you haven't started. How come? Times fly, literally. Okay, there is no way you can recover your time. Okay, so be committed with yourself, be committed with your success. So, again, guys, if you want to learn what's my number one recommendation to make money online, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description. I hope you find this content helpful. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I see you guys on the next video.